You're not stuck because you're not working hard. You're stuck because you're working on the wrong things. You're grinding 10 plus hours a day, but there's no traction, no momentum, and no sales. That was me. It took me 11 months to land my first client for my marketing agency. I was obsessed. I worked 10 to 16 hours every single day, 7 days a week, but there was no leverage in what I was doing, just raw effort. And that effort went nowhere until I figured out these 4 brutal mistakes that were killing my progress. So I want to share them with you today. Number 1 is mistaking motion for progress. You feel productive, your calendar is full, and your to-do list is long, but your revenue is flat. You're doing a lot, but you're just not doing what matters. Here's how to know if this is you. You're tweaking your brand colors or your logo and not actually messaging leads. And you're watching another YouTube video on how to optimize your funnel when there's no customers in your funnel to try to optimize for. And you're not actually closing sales. You're staying busy to avoid the real work, the work that actually makes money. Here's how you fix that. You audit your week and you audit your to-do list. Label every single task as if it was a $10 an hour task, a $100 an hour task, or a $10,000 per hour task. Posting in a free Facebook group, that might be a $100 an hour task. DMing your leads might be a $10,000 per hour task. But changing your font on your funnel, that's a $0 an hour task. Cut or delay anything that isn't improving or growing your income, your audience, or your service or product. So here's your actionable challenge. Cut out 50%, if not 80% of your to-do list, and only do the top 20% that is the highest impact to directly grow your income, your audience, or your product or service. Do things that actually move the needle, not just things that will keep you busy. Mistake number 2 is you're consuming way more than you're executing. You've watched 20 hours of YouTube tutorials, you've taken 3 courses, and you got a bunch of lead magnets or PDFs that you got from your favorite creators that you actually haven't used. But what's the offer and where's the sale? What are you actually doing that is going to directly get you clients? Here's the truth. Most people hide behind learning because it makes them feel productive. But learning without executing, that's just procrastination in disguise. You just feel better about it. Here's a rule I like to follow when I'm procrastinating a lot. I write down a list of all the things I want to do today. I take everything out and focus on one thing only. What's the one thing I want to get done today? And taking the first step, and even if it's just saying, I want to do this for 20 minutes just to start off, that first step gets you going. And that builds momentum because by the time you finish the 20 minutes, you're already there and you just want to keep going. You don't need another YouTube video. You don't need to read another book, not another podcast video, and you don't need to buy another course. What you need to do is pick something to do for 20 minutes, take that first step, build momentum, and get going. If you want to start a business, get clients, maybe your first step is going to be messaging 10 potential clients that could benefit from your product or service. They are probably not going to respond, but you're taking that first step. Don't focus on the outputs, focus on the inputs. Your inputs are so much more important than your outputs. Mistake number 3 is you're half committing to too many things. You've got 3 ideas, 2 side hustles, but no actual traction. You're thinking about a course, but you're also thinking about the idea of coaching and then researching about e-com on the side and copywriting. You're following 5 different influencers with different playbooks and frameworks, and now you're just confused and you're burnt out. This kills progress every time. Success comes from going deep, not going wide. So here's what you need to do. Pick one thing and focus on it for even the next 90 days. And if you're not that focused and disciplined yet, 30 days. If you're not there yet, 7 days or today. Just pick something and commit to it. Because once you fully commit and start making progress, and whenever you start seeing progress, you just want to keep going and going. Pick one audience, one offer, or one outcome that you're going to be focused on and obsessed with for the next X amount of days. I recommend 90. Honestly, I think 90 days is enough to change your life completely, flip it around. Because less than 3 months ago, I was in the US, I was doing a job that I didn't really like, and now I'm in Thailand, starting my own business, trying to work with people who I actually want to work with. So pick something that is tangible and related to your inputs, right? Don't just say, I want to make $10,000 a month. Don't try to make $10,000 a month. Try to reach out to 100 potential customers every single day. The $10,000 a month, that will probably come based off that. but you can actually control your actions, not the outcome. So whatever that is for you, write it down and commit to it for the next 90 days. Mistake number 4 is perfecting something that isn't proven. You're trying to scale something that doesn't even exist yet. You're changing the font on a funnel that nobody is visiting. Or you're building the back end of a course that you haven't even pre-sold yet. Stop perfecting, start validating. A business doesn't start when the website is done. It starts when somebody pays you. Here's the rule. Launch ugly, it's gonna be messy, ask real people, get real feedback, and adjust as fast as possible. You don't need confidence, you need data. If you're a young entrepreneur and you want to start something, launch out an MVP as fast as possible by the end of this week. And then send 10 DMs or cold emails or cold calls. Ask for feedback or payment. You will learn way more in these 3 conversations than 30 hours of back-end work. You're not lazy and you're not broken, but you're playing like an amateur in a pro-level game. Hard work without strategy equals burnout. And discipline without direction is just wasted effort. Trust me on that because I've gone through this. If you want traction, if you want to prove something, cut the fluff, launch fast, get real feedback, and iterate and adjust. And commit to something long enough for it to work. I'm not gonna sell you a dream to say it'll work in 90 days. Most likely it won't. It might take 3 years, it might take 5 years or 10 years. You don't know, but trust me, it'll work. Most things work, you just have to do it long enough to see that effort. And 99% of people don't do it long enough to see that result. If you wanna learn a little bit more about my journey, watch a video about how hustling ruined my life, but also built it. I'll see you there.